Mrs. Crow up in the nest, and we are celebrating not so much going back to school, but made it through a first week of school. At least some of you have. I have one more start September 1st, and we'll just be so happy for him. Well, we need to start with our cheer, don't we? So here we go. Well, can't be just me, can it? I guess it could. But who do I have? Jefferson. He's been so quiet at Georgia. Georgia, this is your thing, isn't it? I think so too. Go on up. Tell all of them. We need to know that we're not nothing. We are something. Thanks, guys. Georgia, why don't you hang with me for a little bit? We've got friends that we're going to introduce. Mr. Crow and I like to go to flea markets. Surprise! And while I'm at flea markets, I meet a lot of people that have a lot of something. And they share their something with me. And I want you to meet Alfie. This is Alfie. Alfie has a best friend named Elspeth, and there they are. Aren't they beautiful? Yes, you are. You're beautiful. But Elspeth is a crow, and she's very smart. Very smart. And one day, Alfie was trying to cook something, and he had a bowl. And little old Elspeth, you know what she did? I'll tell you what she did. She went and found a little round cap that goes on the bottom of your toilet, and she pulled it off of there. She carried it in her little beak into Alfie in the kitchen and turned it around so that she had her very own bowl. Good for you, Elspeth, taking care of business. But Alfie, he's smart enough to recognize she's got something. And I think Alfie does too. Look at that face. Oh, I know. I don't want to embarrass you. He has a very childlike face, and he thinks that he looks too young for his years. Well, Cookie's over here too, and Cookie reminded me the other day of something that I guess I should have been remembering, because remember I tell you guys to always get up and recognize your somethingness? Well, your somethingness, remember, always comes from in here, and we have to know what it is. And sometimes you have to say, what is my somethingness? But Cookie has a rhyme that she learned from my mama. Go on up there, Cookie, and tell them. The rhyme is, every day, in every way, I'm growing better and better. Oh, thank you. I remember my mom telling me that. Thanks for reminding me. I think I'm going to just start remembering that too. When I'm being a something, I'm going to go, what can I do to make today a little bit better than yesterday was? Thanks for that little reminder there, Cookie. Oh, so formal. Well, Miss Cookie, you go on over there, and then you tell me, who's coming up? Oh, you wanted to meet Dawn. Dawn's another new friend that, yes, we met at the flea market. Well, this is Dawn. And I'll tell you what Dawn's something is. She gets up very early in the morning. And you know what she does for me? She makes coffee with Mr. Crow, who brings it to me when I'm still too lazy to get up. Thanks, Dawn. Thank you, Mr. Crow. Well, friend Tree behind us has also part of the episode today. And you notice he's holding up the ABCs. And for some reason, I couldn't get him to stay anywhere else. And so, friend Tree very kindly offered his branches. And so, thank you, friend Tree. I can always count on this tree. So, now, what is he holding? The ABCs. Well, we did A last time. Now we're doing B. So, B says B. And we're going to say B is like a block. It is like a ball. It is like, oh, our favorite, it's like a book. Well, while we're talking about book and I have it in my hand, pardon me, George, I'm going to put you down here. This is called The Little Donkey Learns to Help, and it is a Reader's Digest kids book, and it has such good illustrations in it. But this is the donkey. But the donkey has to learn his lesson. Why do we always have to learn the hard way? He decided he wanted a day all to himself. He wanted to sing to himself. He wanted to eat to himself. He wanted to walk to himself. Everything was about the donkey until the tables got turned. And then, poor donkey, he had no song. He had no food. He was in trouble. But he was very sad and very tired and went home. And do you know what his friends did? I'll tell you what his friends did. They comforted him. They forgave him for being such a donkey. But they were his friends, and I guess, and in fact I know, that's what friends do. That's what family does. It's kind of the thing that keeps us all going together, don't you think? I think so. No. Well, Jefferson says sometimes you have to make your own family. But sometimes that's good. Sometimes you have a family in your heart, and that's a good thing. I think so. Ask Becky over here. Becky has become very, very good friends with Theodore. Gee, I wonder why. You have a lot in common with Theodore? Becky does. But Becky also is a reader, and she likes to tell stories. And the nice thing about when you tell a story to Theodore or Becky, they don't forget anything. It's like having your very own video machine, but they can tell you. I have a niece like that. Well, now that we have talked to Becky and we've talked to our new friends, we're going to talk about Howard. Howard, are you sad today or are you happy? We try very hard to make sad Howard happy. Are you happy today? He is, he's happy. He is hopping happy. How many hops? Oh, that's 5 hops. That is very, very, very happy. Well, tell me what has happened. Howard is happy to report good news, and always good news. I like this book. It's a magazine called Women's World, and in it has positive stories all over the place. It's lovely to see people being kind to one another. Howard thinks so too. Well, in this particular one, there was a young lady. Her name is Alyssa Berry, and this is a Women's World magazine. And Alyssa Berry found a duck, and the duck could not swim. It sunk, and it wasn't very good at walking either. So her friend the duck, whose name was Keeper, he tried to get along with his duck friends, but he didn't have any way to connect with them, and he needed his family. Well, she became his family, and while she was becoming his family, she was encouraging him on out there with the other ducks. So look what she did. She found a float, and she trained Keeper to stay up on that float so he wouldn't sink. And he stayed up there, and pretty soon the ducks were taking him with them. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, there's such smart ducks. And I think for a human to be able to watch nature and figure it out, good for you, Alyssa. Well, while we're good for youing, there's another August birthday. This August birthday, do you want to help me share who this birthday is? This August birthday is Emily. She is, in fact, one of our favorite people. She is. And another bee is Braden, and that's her boyfriend. Another bee. Got bees all over the place. Well, thank you, Howard. I am so happy with your report, and I'm so happy you're a little less sad today. Thanks. Well, we have been up here, we've been talking about somethings and finding something in ourselves. So I would like us all to remember the 3 things that are very, very important. I'm trying to find Norman, but that Norman, he disappears everywhere. Norman? He's behind me. Thanks. You need to speak up a little. I need to pay more attention. Sorry, Norman. Would you and Georgia? How about if Alfie and Elspeth help too? And they're going to go right up there and we're going to tell them the 3 things. We're saying, be kind, be strong, be something. Oh, good job, guys. I think that you are the best examples ever of what the world should look like. I appreciate you. And all you somethings out there, Georgia and I appreciate you too. And all of the somethings that are up here in the nest with me, we all do. So if you liked our episode today, push like and subscribe. And remember what Mrs. Thumper always says, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. Bye now.